Hey guys, welcome to this channel. I'm Yemisi Oluwole. If you're new to this channel, welcome. I film about language, lifestyle, and my real life experiences. So today, from the title, you already know what we're talking about, is about how to improve your conversational proficiency in any language. So I'm going to be having like a guest with me today, and he's going to be telling us more about like how to improve your conversational proficiency. So if you're a French lover or you're a language lover, this video is for you. Keep watching. So like I said in my last video, this year I'm going to be focusing on so many things, and that includes language and the French lifestyle and culture. So if you're interested in learning more about it, this channel is for you. Don't hesitate to click the subscribe button. Let's just get right into the video. So like I said before, we have a guest with us, and his name is Christian Okoye, aka Chris Talk. So today we're going to be talking about how to improve your conversational proficiency in any language. So our subject today is going to be mainly focused on French language, but if you're a speaker of any other language apart from French, this video is also for you. So I'm going to be letting him introduce himself right now. So Chris Talk, can you introduce yourself to us, to the viewers, let them know you?
Okay, thank you so much, Yemi. Thank you for having me on your channel, by the way.
You're welcome. It's my pleasure. Anytime.
Okay. All right, so Christian Okoye is my name, and I'm often called Chris Talk. Okay, I'm a mechanical engineer by profession. When I'm not working, I love to teach for pleasure. I sing a lot. I am into art too. I do graphic designs and also computer graphics and also program, and then yes, voila.
Okay, that's nice. So Christoph is an engineer and he's like into language. So now my next question for you is, what is your driving force? What made you actually come into this French language line? Like all the way from engineering, you just came to French, boom, like how come? So tell us, how did you, what's the background? Tell us about it.
Okay, interesting. So before coming to France, Nigeria, I just, I learned, I didn't really learn a lot of French, the way we learn in secondary school, the tiny little bit you learn here and there. Yeah, I just knew French. I just loved the language and I loved France. I just knew somewhere in my head, as a dream, as a young boy, I said, one day I'm going to be in France. It was always in my head. So,
so you have already seen the vision.
I saw it a long time ago. So after graduation, and I started working in Nigeria as an engineer and all of that. And then for some time, a master's degree, an opportunity came to do it. And there was France, there was the UK, and there was the US and all of that. I said, France. Whoop. I just, jumped in on it. And here I am today. Yeah. In France, and it's been 2 years plus now in France. Just I needed to state that, okay, my master's program in France was in English, by the way, but I needed to learn French so that I can live in France. That was how I started learning French, by the way.
So now, from what you said that you're studying engineering and your course is in English. I just want you to speak about how French language has been able to shape in your career in engineering, and what steps you took to be able to let it, shape in career. Because even if you are in a French environment, like it might not even have any impact on you if you are not intentional. Let us know how you allowed, the environment and French language itself to shape in your career in engineering.
Okay, yeah. So the thing is, currently I'm working with a French company, and then I have to interface with French engineers, So by the way, when I came to do a master's here, I foresaw these things, I knew that to live in a foreign land, you necessarily have to learn the language, So now here I am having to interface with French engineers, and you have to make technical contributions when you're having meetings, and then that means you necessarily have to know the language, because French has helped me advance a little bit in my career, in that I can work in any French company I can see, because I can follow technical conversations.
Okay.
Yep, that's it.
Yeah, so like now, this video is all about how to improve your conversational proficiency in French language. Can you go in depth and just tell us what steps you took personally like to be able to, improve your French language speaking? I mean, it's been 2 years, like you've been in France. So like, let us know, how were you able to do it? How were you able to reach a level where you can actually like interface with people, like at your workplace? What were the steps you took? Just tell us like what steps you took.
Okay, steps I took. All right, so here's the thing. I have 3 very important tips. I got these tips from research and also listening to language experts. It will help you learn not just French, any other language. Okay, so the first thing you have to do is find someone that you can exchange the language with. Find someone, involve yourself in active language exchange. Most especially now, if you want to learn French, for instance, you have to find someone that knows French but wants to learn English. Okay, and you want to learn French, but you know English, so that people can exchange. I would put a little one in there. Don't look for someone that knows French and knows English equally. Because the thing is, your brain is lazy generally. Neuroscientists show if you have a difficulty trying to communicate with this person and the person understands English, you'll be tempted to switch to English. But if you're speaking with someone that doesn't understand English at all and just knows French, and then you have a physical difficulty, you will look for a solution. And somehow, as you do that, you will learn something in the process, you see? Yeah. So the second tip is this, equally very important. You have to try to listen to radio programs, watch television programs, follow broadcasts, and watch stuff in French or in your target language. For instance, Netflix. If you like Netflix, you can put as a beginner, for instance, you could put watch the movie in French, the language in French, and then you can put a subtitle in English. Then as your level, increases or you advance in your level, you can now begin to put the subtitle in French, and then also because, French native speakers, like English native speakers, speak pretty fast. The speed may be too fast for you. So what you could do with Netflix is, you can reduce the speed,
I think they have a feature for that.
Voila. You can reduce the speed so that you can follow the conversation. That's the second tip. And then the third tip is, you can put your devices like your phone, your computer, and all your gadgets in French on your target language. Okay, so the general idea here is that, every day, at least there should be something that goes into your mind, in your subconscious mind, from the language you're learning. If, for instance, let's say I never went out today, I was all indoor, okay, and I picked, of course, most likely I must have touched my phone. And the average, someone touches his phone like 2,500 times a day. So let's say I touch my smartphone and then
2,500 times.
Yeah, sure. On the average, you can check it out.
2,500 times in 24 hours.
Yeah, sure. You tap all those taps you do and stuff like this.
Okay.
Yeah. So so if you do that, so of course, if your phone is in French, for instance, that it will tell you do this, do that, and somehow subconsciously you are picking something from your devices every day. In my own case, just from the first tip, what I had was that I was staying in a residence that had French speakers, okay, and we had a central kitchen, a normal student apartment. So what I do usually is when I go there to prepare something to eat, we discuss, I try to have a conversation with these people, talk with them. Most times I don't know what to say, but I just try to form a conversation, and gradually we're picking up and we became friends, and it helped me to really learn the language pretty fast.
I think those 3 things you actually mentioned are really, really valid. I mean, speaking from the first one, like if you're a speaker of one language, you should have a friend or somebody that you can practice with. But I mean, if I don't know, what are those people that don't actually have friends that speak the same language as them? Like, for example, some of the people that are watching now, they may not be in France, they may be in like an Anglophone country like Nigeria. What do you think they should do to learn the language, to be able to like improve their proficiency?
Oh, good one. Okay, so there are these online sites where you can do this language exchange. One of them is Tandem. Tandem is spelled TANDEM. And there are a lot of them. You can go online there, you register, they will connect you with someone from another country somewhere that wants to learn the language, and then you also, it's an active exchange, something like this. Yeah, and then you guys after
Okay.
you make acquaintance, then you can connect on a video call like this one and exchange, and then you could have each other's numbers and you chat and stuff like this. You do video calls and you discuss. That way, you can learn from a distance.
Okay, that's for people that are not like having, those people that don't have access to like a French environment, or like you don't have French friends. You can actually connect to Tandem. So you guys, you can check your Google Store, or if you're using an iPhone, you can check your Apple Store and check for Tandem, download it, and make sure that you connect with people around the world. Don't restrict yourself to your environment. There are many things that are happening. So today, you can actually connect from wherever you are, and I believe that this application is going to help you to like improve your proficiency. So you don't have any excuse, no excuse at all. You don't have any excuse. So now, Mr. Christok, next I'm going to be asking is, how does learning a foreign language help a person to improve their adaptability in a society?
Oh, good. Okay, so they say if you are in Rome, you behave like the Romans.
Yeah.
If you're in France, you behave like the French. It's pretty simple. Now, here is the thing. One thing I noticed even back in Nigeria is generally when you speak people's language, they open up to you.
Yeah.
They open up to you wherever you are. So now if you come to a foreign land like here in France, if you speak the language, they are open. You find out things that you never knew. They'll give you information that you never knew. They'll help you settle in. They'll make you comfortable. They even sometimes open up their home to you. It's natural. It's human behavior, So if you learn French, and also not only learning French, you also learn the French culture. Like you learn about the food, you learn about the music, you learn about the arts, like the museums, the sport, and all of that. It's all of these things are the things that make for integration, into a society. And then, depending on your personality, for someone like me, I'm an extrovert. I'm pretty open to people. Like the first week,
opposite of me.
It's interesting to know that the first week I came to France was when I started adapting. The very first week, it didn't take me time.
Okay.
I met people, I started conversations, and that was it. And it was pretty easy for me to weave into the society. So, but of course, depending on your personality, you can take your time. But what will make it pretty fast for you is if you know how to speak the language. Then you can start a conversation and sustain it.
Okay, so from what you're saying now, right? To be able to improve your adaptability in a social environment, you have to open up and be ready to learn the language. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, the language plus, language is not alone. Language goes with the culture.
The culture. You have to learn the culture of the people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, the music. Stuff like this, because when you're having a conversation, these are the kind of things you would discuss with the person.
Pop in,
come up, like politics, stuff like this. Because, for instance, you met someone on the road and you want to have a conversation with a person.
Yeah.
Because what do you think about the president's speech the last time? You're already going into politics, and the person, okay, I don't think this, blah blah blah, and then conversation has started.
All right, so now we are just going to go into this whole thing that has to be like speaking the language and stuff. I know that like for people that actually want to learn the language, it's not easy stuff. Like everybody has been a beginner before. So I just want to ask you, at those times when you were learning the language at the beginning stage, right? Have you ever had like an experience whereby you were actually like blocked? What's the word I can use now? You want to say something, but you don't know how to say it. Like, tell us about the experience and how you actually came out of it.
Okay. Yeah. Yes, I have funny experiences. So first off, when I came to France, then when I want to get some things and maybe I go to the grocery store.
Yeah.
And then, first of all, I memorize what I want to say. That was at the beginning. And then when I get there, I just say what I want to say. And then the woman maybe ask a follow-up question. I'm like, in my head, I'm like, I don't block. What am I going to do? And sometimes I notice when you speak, you say the thing in English, you understand, because most of them understand English.
Yeah.
They respond to you. Once upon a time, I was coming back from the gym with a friend, and then we met this French lady coming. They were our neighbors, so I knew them, and I wanted to have a conversation. I said, we stopped them. Like there were three of them, me and my friend. We stopped them, and I was trying to say something. I knew what I wanted to say in my head in English.
Yeah, but you did not say it.
Yes, in French. I was like, and then guess what? I now finally said, "Do you remember me?" Huh? My friend turns and looks at me, Chris, come on. So you waited all this long to say the thing in English.
As in, that means the friendship won't disappear itself.
Yes, the friend. Oh my God, it just whoop. And thank God, good enough. The lady's friend knows how to speak English, and she understands English rather. So she had to explain the thing to her in French. I said, that was my saving grace. And okay, of course, just for the record, I also teach in French now currently. I teach students in French. So when I'm teaching them, sometimes I get to a situation where, just a few times, I get to a situation where they ask the question, and then I know how to explain this, and I know this in English. And then I just try to ask them, okay, how do you say this thing? I'll just explain what I want to say in French. In French, they're not telling me, oh, that's the name of the term in French. I say, oh, okay, good. And that way you keep improving.
Last question, last but not the least. Now that you've spoken about like your experience with the language and stuff, what's your advice to people that actually want to learn the language and want to improve their conversational proficiency in any foreign language? What's your advice for them, and what steps can they take to be able to like improve and go to like the advanced level? What do you think?
Okay, yes. So there's an observation I made. I noticed that most times, generally, human beings, we shy away from making mistakes.
Yeah.
In life, if you make mistakes, you learn lessons. It's pretty simple. So in language learning as well, you have to be open, be open-minded, be open to corrections, be open to make mistakes. Just make your mistakes and trust that the people will correct you, and take the correction. Don't take it with okay. Or sometimes maybe you find yourself in a situation, you are scared, like if I make a mistake, they'll look at me somehow. It's not true. French people are even happy to hear you speak and make mistakes. They are glad.
Try.
They prefer someone that is making attempts at speaking the language from someone that doesn't say anything, or someone that likes to speak English. They prefer that guy that is making mistakes. They will prefer to work with that guy because they know that this one is open to learning. So feel free, open up yourself, make your mistakes, but pick from it. Personally, I can tell you that I learned the fastest because I was making mistakes. And I will tell my friends around, I say, please, come on, if I make a mistake, correct me. You'll be surprised. I told my students in class, I say, hey guys, okay, so if I make any mistake, just tell me, just call my attention to it. It's always like a joke in the class. We laugh about it, and sometimes I just say something and we laugh like, oh, okay, that's it. So be open, open up yourself. That's the most important tip I think you should take away from this video. Be open, make your mistakes, and that's where you will learn.
If you actually want to learn a language, the best thing is for you to be open to making mistakes. Say it the way you want. Say it, let people correct you. Next time you will not say the same thing. That's the only way forward to be able to improve your conversational proficiency.
Yes, so I want to add something, sorry, if you don't mind. For me personally, I learn from everybody, even the little children. I told you I love children. My children at home, like I have two of them. One speaks French better than English. The other one speaks English better than French. The one that speaks French, most times I ask her, how is this thing said? She will tell me it's like this. Sometimes maybe we're on the bicycle, we're riding, we're going somewhere, and then she sees something and she says it in French, and this is what it is. I said, what is that? I don't know what it is. Sorry. She'll be like, is this thing, don't you know it? I said, sorry, my baby girl, I don't know this. I don't know it.
We're stuck in the mud.
I've learned a lot more French from my children at home than from most adults.
So guys, I hope you've heard everything we've spoken about today, and I hope you learned a thing or two. So if you're looking to improve your speaking proficiency in any foreign language, please be open to making mistakes. Learning doesn't stop. You learn every day. When you make a mistake today, tomorrow you won't make the same mistake again. Just keep practicing and be open to learn, and that way you're going to improve. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's session. So in subsequent sessions, I'm going to be bringing like other people to talk about their experiences in France, about the language, the culture, and everything in general. So stay tuned to this channel for more if you're like interested in that topic. So guys, thank you very much for watching today. If you have not subscribed to this channel, please click on that subscribe button below, subscribe to this channel, give this video a thumbs up, like this video, share to your friends, share to your family members, and yeah, Mr. Christoph, please tell them to subscribe to my channel.
I beg, Ejo, Biko, Adebeguna, if una my friends. Make una subscribe to the channel. No, una subscribe to the channel.
Subscribe. Subscribe to this channel.
Yeah.
Give the video
not only because there are good content on it, it's also because we're going to do some other great recordings in the future, and you're going to learn like lifestyle in France, how to adapt, maybe something to do with studying in France, and then difficulties and living in a foreign country, stuff like this. So they're coming up in the future. So I would implore you to subscribe. So subscribe to this channel, give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in my next video.